Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling blockchain.
Ooh, blockchain.
It's one of those things, you hear it everywhere. You
Yeah,
see it, it's like a buzzword.
it is a buzzword.
But do we really get what it is and
Mhm.
how it works?
Exactly.
So we've got a great source here, Blockchain Unveiled. And I think by the time we're done with this, you're going to be like, wow,
Yeah,
this is already touching my life in ways I didn't even realize.
absolutely.
So no more buzzwords.
Yeah.
Let's get down to it.
Yeah.
What is blockchain in a nutshell?
So, at its heart, blockchain is really just a type of database.
Oh, okay.
A database.
So like the kind that, we're all familiar with.
Sure, but there's a key difference.
What's that?
Instead of being stored in one central location like a traditional database,
Mhm.
blockchain is distributed across a whole network of computers.
So like a shared Google Doc that everyone can see and verify.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually.
Yeah.
That distributed nature is key to blockchain security,
Okay.
because it's virtually impossible for any single entity to control or manipulate the data,
I see.
because it's constantly being updated and verified by everyone on the network.
Okay. I'm starting to get the picture here, but how does this all actually work?
Right.
I hear about blocks and chains.
Yes.
Is it as literal as it sounds?
It really is.
Okay.
So imagine a chain
Yeah.
where each link is a block
Mhm.
containing information about transactions.
Okay.
And these blocks are linked together chronologically,
Mm.
creating a permanent and tamper-proof record
Okay.
of all the data.
So every time someone makes a transaction, say with Bitcoin or something,
Exactly.
that gets added as a new link in the chain.
That's right.
Okay.
And it's not just for financial transactions.
Mm-hmm.
Blockchain can be used to record virtually any type of data.
Oh, wow.
Medical records, votes, even proof of ownership for digital art.
Okay, so we're not just talking about cryptocurrency here.
No, this goes way beyond that.
This is
Much broader.
this is a whole different thing. Okay,
Sure.
so how do we,
Yeah.
we're putting these blocks on the chain.
Yes.
How do we make sure that the information
Right.
in each block is accurate?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The source talks about consensus mechanisms,
Okay.
which is a fancy way of saying that the network uses complex algorithms
Mm-hmm.
to verify and validate every single transaction.
So it's like this massive decentralized peer review process
You got it.
where everybody on the network is double checking
Right.
each other's work.
Exactly.
Okay.
One common method is called proof of work,
Okay.
where computers compete to solve complex math problems
Yeah.
to validate transactions.
Oh.
The first one, to solve the problem,
Mm.
gets to add the next block to the chain
Mm.
and is rewarded with cryptocurrency.
Oh, so there's an incentive.
Exactly. It's like a digital race
Mm.
where the winner gets the prize and everyone else on the network verifies that they actually won.
Okay, so that's starting to click for me now.
Good.
So we've got these blocks that are like pieces of a puzzle,
Yeah.
carefully verified,
Right.
and then they're all linked together to make this unbreakable chain of information.
Exactly.
No wonder this is so secure.
And that security is multifaceted.
Okay.
It's not just about the consensus mechanisms.
Okay.
It's also about the way that data is stored and linked.
Hmm.
Each block is connected to the one before it using a unique cryptographic hash.
Okay, now a hash, is that like a digital fingerprint?
Exactly.
Right.
If even a single bit of information in a block is altered,
Wow.
the hash changes completely,
Okay.
alerting the entire network that something is wrong.
So it's like a built-in alarm system
It is.
that goes off if somebody tries to mess with the data.
Exactly.
So you can't really tamper with a block without everybody knowing?
It's virtually impossible.
Wow. Okay.
And that's why blockchain is often described as immutable,
Oh.
meaning it's incredibly difficult to change or alter once the information is recorded.
Okay, I am starting to see why this is considered revolutionary.
Right.
It's like this digital record-keeping system that's practically tamper-proof.
And what's even more interesting is that this decentralized, secure nature
Right.
opens up possibilities way beyond cryptocurrency.
Okay, so this is even bigger than I thought.
Absolutely.
This is really interesting.
It challenges our traditional understanding of trust and verification
Okay.
because we're moving away from relying on central authorities
Mm.
like banks or governments
Okay.
and towards a system where trust is built into the technology itself.
So instead of blindly trusting an institution,
Right.
we're trusting the computers
Exactly.
to verify and secure.
A network of computers all working together.
That's a huge shift.
It is a radical shift.
Okay.
And it has the potential to change the way we interact with data in countless industries.
So give me some examples.
Think about supply chains, healthcare records, voting systems. Anywhere, transparency and security are paramount. Blockchain could offer a solution.
Okay, things are getting really interesting now. So let's take a break, and then we'll come back and dive deeper into some of those
Absolutely.
real-world applications in part 2.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. I'm still trying to wrap my head around, that whole digital fingerprint thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
It is. And we've barely scratched the surface here.
I know.
You remember how we were talking about trust being built into the technology itself?
Right.
Well, that has some incredible implications for how we manage our digital identities.
Okay, digital identity. I think I saw that mentioned in the source material.
Yes.
Blockchain unveiled.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean, like, in practice?
Right. So imagine a world where you control all of your personal data,
Okay.
your medical records, educational credentials, even your voting history, all secured and verified on the blockchain.
So it's like having a digital passport,
Yeah.
but like way more comprehensive and secure.
Exactly. And instead of relying on various institutions to verify your identity,
Okay.
you could use your blockchain-based ID
Okay.
to seamlessly access services, online vote in elections, even prove your age, without revealing unnecessary personal information.
Wow, that sounds pretty empowering.
It is.
No more digging through filing cabinets
Yeah.
or worrying about identity theft.
Exactly. It's about giving individuals ownership and control over their own data.
Okay.
And the applications go far beyond just personal identification.
Okay.
Think about how blockchain could transform voting.
Okay, voting. That's something I'm really curious about. How would that work?
Imagine a system where every vote is recorded on an immutable blockchain ledger.
Okay.
It would be virtually impossible to tamper with the results.
Okay.
And every voter could independently verify
Hmm.
that their vote was counted accurately.
So that would really put a lot of those election integrity concerns
Absolutely.
to rest.
No more hang-in chads or accusations of rigged
Okay.
systems. It could revolutionize how we conduct elections,
Wow.
making them more accessible, trustworthy, and democratic.
Okay.
And that same principle of transparency can be applied to other areas, like supply chain management.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of supply chains, that's something I'm really interested in, especially when it comes to food.
Yes.
Like, imagine being able to trace your coffee beans all the way back to the farm where they were grown.
It's no longer a futuristic concept.
Really?
There are already companies using blockchain to track the journey of products, from origin to consumer, ensuring ethical sourcing, fair trade practices,
Wow.
and even helping to combat counterfeit goods.
So as a consumer, I could scan a QR code on my coffee bag
Exactly.
and see the entire history of those beans, know exactly where they came from, how they were produced.
That's the power of blockchain. It brings a level of transparency and accountability
Okay.
that's never been possible before.
So this has implications for, like, way more than just food we're talking about.
Way
Or
more.
everything.
Everything. Diamonds, designer, handbags, pharmaceuticals, you name it.
Wow. It's like having a window into the entire journey of a product.
It is.
I can verify its authenticity, learn about its sustainability footprint, and just make more informed purchasing decisions.
Exactly. And let's not forget about the potential impact on global finance.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a big one.
Blockchain could make sending money across borders as easy and affordable as sending a text message.
So no more hefty fees or waiting days for international transfers to clear.
Exactly. Blockchain-based solutions are already making it faster, cheaper,
Wow.
and more secure to send money internationally.
This is incredible. It's revolutionizing so many different aspects of our lives.
It is.
From, managing our identities
Yeah.
to voting in elections to how we shop, how we send money. It's changing the game.
And these are just a few examples.
Yeah.
The beauty of blockchain is that it's a platform for innovation.
Mm.
New applications and use cases are emerging all the time.
It feels like we're at the beginning of something huge.
We are.
But as with any emerging technology, there are going to be challenges and questions along the way.
Absolutely. Scalability, regulation, energy consumption.
Right.
These are all valid concerns that need to be addressed.
Okay, so let's dig into those challenges and explore the future of blockchain in part 3. Welcome back to the deep dive. We've covered so much about blockchain.
We have.
What it is, how it works, and some of the amazing ways it's being used.
Right.
But like with any new technology, there are going to be some challenges.
Of course.
As it matures and as it grows.
Absolutely.
And the Source blockchain unveiled definitely acknowledges that.
Yeah.
You know, while there's all this excitement, there's also
Yeah.
some hurdles to overcome.
Yeah, one of the big ones that comes up again and again is scalability.
Okay, scalability. So,
Can these blockchain networks really handle millions, even billions of transactions?
right, because as more people start using it,
Adoption grows,
it
right? You know, it's like everyone trying to use the same highway at once.
Yeah, right. It could get clogged up.
Exactly. Things could get congested pretty quickly.
Okay, so are there solutions for that?
Developers are working on this
Yep.
with things like layer 2 scaling,
Okay.
which essentially creates like express lanes
Okay.
off of the main blockchain
I like that analogy.
to handle transactions more efficiently.
So taking some of that traffic off the main highway?
Exactly.
Okay, what about energy consumption?
Yeah, that's another important consideration.
Because I know some people are worried about the environmental impact.
Right. And, you know, some early blockchain networks like Bitcoin
Uh-huh.
rely on a system called proof of work,
Yeah.
which requires a lot of computing power
Okay.
and therefore a lot of energy.
So it's not very energy efficient.
Right. But not all blockchains are created equal.
Okay. So it really depends on
It depends on the type of blockchain.
Okay.
A lot of the newer blockchains
Uh-huh.
are actually designed with sustainability in mind,
Okay.
using different types of consensus mechanisms.
Like proof of stake,
Okay.
which drastically reduces energy consumption.
So they're finding ways to make it more eco-friendly?
Exactly. The technology is evolving.
That's great.
Yeah.
What about regulation? Because I imagine governments are like, what is this?
They are. It's definitely a challenge for regulators.
Right.
It's this balancing act
Yeah.
because too much regulation could stifle innovation.
Yeah, you don't want to swash it before.
If it gets going.
But
Too little regulation could lead to risks
right.
and instability.
Okay, so finding that right balance is going to be really important.
It's crucial.
It reminds me of the early days of the internet
Oh, yeah.
when nobody really knew what to do with it.
Right. Nobody knew how to regulate it.
But look at it now.
Exactly. And I think we're seeing a similar evolution with blockchain.
Yeah.
We're still in those early stages,
Right.
but the potential is undeniable.
Yeah, I mean, we've just, in this deep dive alone,
I know, right?
we've talked about supply chains,
Yeah. Finance, healthcare,
voting, elections. The list goes on.
and this is just the beginning.
It's just the tip of the iceberg.
So it sounds like it's a pretty exciting time
It is a very exciting time.
to be involved in this space.
If you're a developer, an entrepreneur, or just someone who's curious about the future of technology,
Yeah.
now's the time to get on board.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yes.
what are your final thoughts?
Blockchain is more than just a buzzword.
Yeah.
It's a powerful tool
Yeah.
that has the potential to really reshape our world.
It's been such an amazing conversation.
I know it's been a great deep dive.
We've deciphered the technical jargon.
We have.
We've explored the real-world implications.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We've covered a lot of ground.
But for those of you who want to dig even deeper,
Yes.
I highly recommend checking out the source material,
Blockchain Unveiled.
Blockchain Unveiled. It's a great starting point
Yeah.
for understanding this fascinating technology.
I agree. And remember, the future of blockchain is being written right now. So it's up to all of us to help shape how it unfolds.
Absolutely.
So thank you for joining us on this deep dive into blockchain. Until next time, keep exploring.
And stay curious.
And stay curious.